Welcome back to the Orthodox Trucker Podcast. I'm your host, the Orthodox Trucker, and today we're heading out into the desert, literally and spiritually. The Bonneville salt flats in western Utah aren't just a pit stop on the map. They're surreal, vast, white, otherworldly. If you've never been, it's hard to describe the feeling of standing in a place so empty, yet so full of meaning. There's a stillness out there that hits you. No trees, no hills, just light, salt, and sky stretching endlessly in every direction. I stopped there recently on a run between Denver and Reno. I'd been hauling hard for a few days and needed something quiet, something sacred. The rest area was packed with tourists, all out snapping pictures, marveling at this landscape that looks like it belongs on another planet. I didn't want the crowds. I needed space. So I wandered out onto the flats by myself. Crunch, crunch, crunch. That sound of salt under your shoes is unforgettable. As I walked, one verse kept echoing in my mind. You are the salt of the earth, but if the salt loses its flavor, how shall it be seasoned? It is then good for nothing but to be thrown out and trampled underfoot by men. Matthew chapter 5, verse 13. There I was, surrounded by salt, literal, physical salt in one of the most unique places on earth. And I kept asking myself, am I still salty? In the biblical sense, am I preserving what's good? Am I drawing out the best in the world around me? Or have I let the flavor fade? Salt is one of those small things with a big purpose. It doesn't need to shout to make an impact. It enhances, preserves, purifies. In a world full of noise and clutter, salt quietly does its job and changes everything it touches. As a Christian, I'm called to be that. You're called to be that. But being salt takes effort. It takes discipline. It means being consistent when the world around you keeps shifting. It means holding the line, preserving truth, integrity, and faith in a culture that often treats those things like they're optional. Out on the road, it's easy to lose sight of that. Every truck stop feels the same after a while. Every week blends into the next. And some days I'm more focused on my clock, my fuel gauge, or my miles than I am on anything spiritual. But in those quiet moments, whether at a salt flat in Utah or a rest area in Iowa, I get a glimpse of something deeper. A reminder of who I'm supposed to be. Not just a trucker, not just a mentor, but a witness, a man of faith. Now let's be honest, it's not easy. Some days I feel more like a grizzled trucker than a Christian. I lose my temper, I mutter things I shouldn't, I get impatient, frustrated, worn thin by delays, breakdowns, or just the grind of life on the road. But that's when I need the salt the most. That's when I have to remember the standard I'm called to live up to, even if I fall short of it on a daily basis. The more that I thought about that verse, you are the salt of the earth, the more I realized how deep that metaphor really goes. See, in the ancient world, salt wasn't just some seasoning you kept in your kitchen. It was currency. The phrase, worth your weight in salt, wasn't just poetic. It was literal. Roman soldiers were often paid in salt. That's where we get the word salary. Salt preserved food long before refrigeration. It was essential to survival. It could cleanse wounds, flavor meals, preserve fish and meat for long journeys. You didn't take it for granted. And when Christ called his followers the salt of the earth, he wasn't saying they were decorative. He was saying they were essential. As truckers, some of us even deliver to or from actual salt mines. Places like the Cargill mine under Lake Erie, the Avery Island mine in Louisiana, or the massive salt flats that get harvested for winter road salt. It's not just a metaphor. Our industry literally hauls the stuff that keeps roads safe in winter and food edible year-round. Salt runs through the veins of civilization, and we're the ones moving it. That connection between something so ancient and our modern supply chain hits me hard. Salt was valuable then, and it's still valuable now. Not just the stuff in the bags, but what it represents. Stability, flavor, preservation, and worth. Being salt means holding the faith when it's inconvenient. It means showing grace when you're exhausted. It means walking back to your truck with the salt crunching underfoot and deciding, today I'm going to try again. I'm going to live like this matters, because it does. The Bonneville salt flats reminded me of that. In that wide, bright nothingness, I was reminded that we're called to be different, set apart, preserving what's true, standing firm in the faith. You don't blend in when you're standing on a white sheet of salt with the sun at your back. And as Christians, we're not supposed to blend in either. So when Christ says you are the salt of the earth, it's not just a pretty phrase. It's a calling, a recognition of your value, and a challenge to live up to it. Salt has always mattered, and you, as a person of faith, still matter. Even if the world forgets your worth, Christ hasn't. I appreciate you joining me today, whether you're behind the wheel, in a cubicle, or just trying to get through another shift. Remember your purpose. You were made to preserve what's good, to bring out what's holy, to carry flavor in a world that's grown dull. Be the salt. Be the light. Thank you for riding along. Stay safe, stay salty, and may the Lord bless your journey, wherever the road may lead. This is the Orthodox Trucker, signing off. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you want more Orthodox Trucker content, you can visit my blog at orthodoxtrucker.com or on Facebook at facebook.com/orthodoxtrucker or on YouTube at youtube.com/orthodoxtrucker. Thanks for being with me. Have a blessed week. I will see you all next time.